and drag racing monster trucks next. Capacity crowd on hand today for the 19th annual Toyo Tires four-wheel Jamboree from Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. Hello, everyone. I'm Claude Wood. The business at hand today is going to be the Dodge Monster Truck Thunder Drags. And coming up, we will have drag racing monster truck style. Now, coming up on the end of the program, we'll have something called Freestyle. That's a part where the drivers just go out and ad-lib their program, make it up as they go. One goal in mind, to please the crowd and hear the applause. Well, as you look around the pits, as the drivers are getting ready, you see a lot of differences in some of the monster trucks. Yes, there are guidelines. Yes, there are rules. But they have the freedom to cut the tires different ways that they want to, and some of the setup can be individual. Well, let's stop right here and check in with Doc Riley and see exactly what makes up a monster truck.
The Dodge Monster Truck Thunder Drags today have got some very unique pairings. Take a look at this. The Raminator, which is piloted by Mark Hall, is going to be taking on Jeremy Dishman's Ramunition in round one. These are two team trucks. Now, these trucks race all over, and many times during the weekend, they qualify, and then they go through the qualifying and how they do round by round to make up the next round's pairings. As it comes out, well, the Prowler will be taking on the Predator. These are two team trucks. Alan Pizzo owns both trucks. So these guys right here in round one are going to be beating up on their teammates. The problem with that? Well, we're right in the heart of a big, giant points race of the Dodge Monster Truck Thunder Drags. The crowd is fired up, and we're fired up to get rolling here on World of Trucks.
Absolutely. Thanks, Doc. We'll go to the points board and look. Alan Pizzo, 40 points out in first place, and then it's pretty tight between second and third. Now, here comes Mark Hall driving the Raminator, and joining me in the booth today, our expert analyst, is Rick Carlson.
Claude, we take a look at the Raminator, and that's not normally what we see. Normally, there is front body work on the machine. We'll have to take a look and see what happened earlier today in Freestyle.
Yeah, just a couple of little problems, and he's pretty aggressive coming into this jump right here. Oh, walking the dog too much on the throttle right there.
Up in the air, one complete rollover. Great for Freestyle, but not so good for the truck. Mark Hall going to be running Jeremy Dishman and Ramunition, the two teammates that Doc just talked about.
And Rick, I've got to ask you, Raminator driven by Mark Hall, the absence of that sheet metal right on the front clip, will it have any bearing on today's race?
No, I don't believe so. They don't go fast enough, long enough distance for aerodynamics to be a factor. And as we see, the front endless Raminator is your winner. Mark Hall picks it up.
But you got to agree, that looks so weird to see the big shocks, four on each side, sticking up right there. Well, let's go to the replay and see what happened here, Rick.
From the top end, you can see that front end is up in the Raminator to the right of the screen, and he is first over the jump. Ramunition just did not look like he had the normal power that the machine plays with.
And Ramunition not straight coming into that jump.
You know, it's been kind of a brutal weekend, and guys, a little sheet metal damage here. Anything else wrong with the Raminator?
No, we checked it out good. Our crew's, a bunch of good guys, thorough guys, and everybody checked it out. And even, we have this race being postponed and rescheduled, and all of that was tough because we have a lot of our ordinary crew guys are in various other places, so we got a lot of volunteer guys helping us this week, but they're good guys and helping a lot, and the guys back at the shop knew that we'd be short-handed this week, so they helped prepare these things a lot. They're ready to go.
And that will bring up a pretty good match right here, Rick. Larry Jarzel driving the Prowler, and he will face an old nemesis right here, the Predator.
Yeah, Alan Pizzo driving the Predator owns both machines. You see some smoke coming out. This event earlier was rained out and rescheduled. That's what Tim Hall talked about, having a different crew, and it's really tough to make that up. But we take a look at Jarzel and look at all the smoke coming out of the Prowler. This could be a problem. Earlier we wondered about the aerodynamic in the Dodges. Well, I think the smoke's going to be a bigger factor. And look at Pizzo and the Predator. He just ran away with that one.
Obviously, you called it, Rick. Don't know for sure what the problem was, but when you see smoke, that is not a good sign.
We take a look from the top end. We can see the smoke in the left side. On the right side, Predator and Pizzo just lifts the front end, makes a great jump, and on the ground, it's easy to see why he was the winner. We don't know what happened to Jarzell, we're going to have to check in and see.
It's a long, hard season. When you come to Bloomsburg, everything's got to be right and tight. There's going to be no margin for error. But, Larry, that's one of those things. Good drive on that situation. Looks like just a little engine damage.
Yeah, it was. I knew I had to run pretty hard running Allen. So I put her as far as she'd go to the floor. Unfortunately, it spit the connecting rod right out the side of the block.
You guys usually are bulletproof and right and tight. There's really no way to anticipate that happening, is there?
No, there isn't, because earlier running, it ran fine. All of a sudden, boom, there was vibration, and I seen a flash of flame in the back. I knew there was something wrong, and I shut it off. But look at it, there's oil all over it, spit the rod right out the side. So we're done for the weekend.
Stay with us. More smoke, mud, monster trucks, etc. when we come back to Bloomsburg.
Got it.
World of Trucks from Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania is being brought to you by Tornado. Don't drive without it under the hood. By Stainless Steel Brakes, performance brakes built right by Stainless Steel Brakes. By Moroso, race-proven Moroso. And by Flowmaster, the exhaust technology company. And we welcome you back to the Dodge Monster Truck Thunder Drags. Before we get back to the action, let's check in with Doc Riley.
The lowly tire. You know, it's changed an awful lot in the past couple of years. Remember back in the day when you had the big sidewall. Now, a little bit lower profile. And Sonny, why is that?
Well, the market is changing. The OE manufacturers and companies like ourselves who specialize in plus-sizing application, the technology has changed to allow us to run larger wheel diameters with shorter sidewall heights on the particular products. So now we make the products with the proper load carrying capacity that allows us to run lower profile tires with larger rim diameters.
We're talking about big, heavy lifted trucks, but the sidewall gets to be a little bit smaller. Is that cool in the world of trucks?
Absolutely. We have proven to the truck world that we can build a high quality product with a lower profile that allows these lifted trucks guys to go to 18, 20, and 22-inch rim diameters without basically not having any sidewall damage when they're off-roading. So,
what about a guy that continues to blow tires and shred tires and have problems with tires? What are they probably doing wrong?
Well, I would suspect that what we call it is they don't have the proper load rating or load carrying capacity for that application. And that's one of the most crucial things when you're doing plus sizing is maintaining proper load carrying capacity at proper inflation pressure. And that's the biggest key right now to plus sizing.
Two pretty simple things to keep in mind. Stay with us at the end of the program. We'll give you website information for Toyo tires. They're driven to perform.
Continuing on with round one action. This is Jim Leahy driving the Broker. It is a 2001 Ford F-150 extended cab, and he will face this guy, Mike Vaughters.
Mike Vaughters in the Black Stallion. Mike Vaughters, one of the wild men, I guess you could say. He'll try anything. Oh, yeah, I guess we could say that about Leahy. There is one of these guys insane, Claude.
About all these guys out here, you could say that about.
It's a drag race. They're off and moving, and it looks like the Black Stallion is way out in front. Definitely. Vaughters is your winner. I don't know what happened to Leahy, but the Broker just slowed dramatically.
Maybe he broke, but I think we'll be able to see as we go back to the replay. Right off the starting line, it seems that Vaughters really got a jump on him right there.
He moved quickly, and it looks like Leahy just went to the side. It was almost like he lost power and had to feather the throttle, but whatever it was, wasn't good enough to hold off the Black Stallion.
And Black Stallion, no feathering of the throttle.
Well, Mike Vaughters, you've been at this monster truck racing for quite a while, a number of years, and I know that you're always trying to look for that extra edge right now. Tell me, the engine sounds a little bit better than it has in the past couple of outings.
Well, I tell you, first of all, I got to thank all my sponsors that help me. BDS, you know, they come on board just to help me, give me advice. And I tell you what, they helped me out with this new blower and give me advice. And when I got it from them, and it's just awesome. It's working real well. We put that on top of them EX5 14-cylinder heads that I told you about a year or so ago. That's just been excellent for us, you know. And you know, all my sponsors that have been helping me. It's just so many I can't even name them. But you know, we try our hardest to cover them all, and it's just been an incredible ride. And we're still looking for that big deal like the red guys over there, the Dodge team. I mean, they're really doing a good job. But I think if I had some money behind me, I think I could really show them how it's done.
It's heating up now. Semifinals when we come back to Bloomsburg. Stay with us. Bloomsburg in the world of trucks. Claude Wood, Rick Carlson, and Doc Riley joining you today. But it's time right now for Product Highlight, which features some of the most interesting and innovative aftermarket products available for your vehicle. Now, here's Doc Riley.
Dogs are a good thing. Bob Horn joins us here from Bulldog Winches. And Bob, you guys have got an incredible product line for all kinds of trucks.
Thank you. Yes. What you're looking at here is actually our truck winch program. It's all series wound motors, which are heavy duty. A lot of competitors actually get into permanent magnet motors, which don't hold up under the heavy duty truck conditions. We have 8,000 pound through 12,000 pound and 4 different models. Heavy duty shifters, heavy duty planetary clutch systems, 4 phase winding series wound motors. Actually, it's really built heavy duty for the truck market, but also it's value priced. It's actually priced significantly lower than some of the other major competitors that a lot of truck owners are familiar with. And so this is a high value line, high quality and low price.
Yeah, 12-foot leads. Everything seems to be well in there. Everything seems to be well thought out for the truck guy in mind.
Yes. And also 100 foot of wire cable, and as well we offer synthetic cable for the real enthusiast.
What about some of the situations that people see installing this particular product? Is it tough to do, or is it pretty easy for a guy to do?
If they're a good do-it-yourselfer, it's a pretty easy job. If they don't want to get into, wiring and maybe a little bit of mounting channel challenges, there's a lot of installers, local jobbers that will actually install it for them fairly easily.
What about other product lines that you guys have got at Bulldog?
We offer a good range of winches for the ATVs, 2,000 pound and 3,000 pound with the handlebar rocker switch. And we offer 6,000 pound, which can be used on a trailer, that kind of thing. So a full range of winches, and we got some more models coming out. Actually, we launched a full chrome truck winch at the show here. It's in the new products display. So
outstanding. Stay tuned at the end of the program. We'll give you complete contact information for Bulldog Winches.
How many times, Rick, have we seen this matchup? Of course, you're looking at Raminator, driven by Mark Hall, and he will come up against the old Predator.
Pizzo and Hall, first, third points, going to make a big difference here. Pizzo would love to get to the other end first. Well, we look at him and we start seeing a little bit of smoke coming out of Predator, and we know that Mark Hall has no front end on his truck. How much is it going to matter? It looks like the Dodge had the lead from start to finish. I don't know, but Pizzo seemed to get the throttle, and it stumbled or stuttered. It did not lift up like Raminator.
And once again, Rick, you've got to ask yourself, the smoke, anytime you see that, it's not a good sign. I think something went away in his motor right about there.
And that's done, but not for Hall. He just straight true and picks up another win, moves into the finals. Take a look, there's Ramunition coming back. Uneven number of trucks. He gets to come back as the fastest of the first round losers. So it's going to be Jeremy Dishman and then Botters and his Black Stallion. And that Black Stallion looks strong in the first round.
And it sounds strong as you hear that huge V8 rumbling there. As they both come to the line, we'll see what happens.
Near lane the Dodge, far lane the Ford, and it is all Dodge. Teammates going to meet. I'm surprised. After first round, I thought Black Stallion had that.
I did too, but I think we'll see again if we go back to the replay, Rick. He got him right off the starting line, and in any kind of drag race, that is so important.
Wheels up in the air for Dishman. It was just a good-looking pass. All Dodge teammates will be in the finals.
And Doc is with Tim Hall.
Well, this doesn't happen very many times during a year that both of your team trucks would be in the finals. Just kind of your thoughts as both these guys get set to go into the finals.
Well, it's good because we can get a Dodge into the winner's circle no matter what. That's the good thing. The bad thing is, Bob Chandler told me once, one of your worst enemies is your own guys, when the battle's there. But there's no team orders. Chrysler wants us to run these babies to the end, and whoever wins, wins. They both need points to get to that championship, and we want to win this Dodge Thunder Drags championship. So it's very important to us. So one of them can get there, and that's what we're looking for.
World of Trucks is being brought to you by Tornado. Don't drive without it under the hood. By Stainless Steel Brakes. Performance brakes built right by Stainless Steel Brakes. By Summit Racing Equipment, the world's speed shop. And by Toyo Tires, driven to perform. To the Toyo Tires four-wheel Jamboree Nationals from Bloomsburg. Now, here's Doc Riley.
Something as simple as the bend in an exhaust can give you all kinds of horsepower and lots of performance. Let's talk with Dale Dotson of Flowmaster. Boy, you guys are always on the cutting edge of things. What's new on the horizon for the exhaust technology leader?
Well, we're working on a lot of new things. It's called the Hush Power Muffler. It's a prototype muffler that we're working with, trying to be proactive in the race industry. We're developing the muffler in 3-inch, 3.5, and 4-inch sizes. And it's for midgets, sprint cars, and we're going to use some of the 4-inch stuff for truck applications.
Yeah, I was going to say 4-inch, that's got to be definitely for trucks. You know, what kind of horsepower gain, what kind of things can you look at with this? It is a racing application muffler, and that's going to open up a whole lot of horsepower questions.
Right. We're doing testing right now with a number of the leading engine builders in midgets and sprint cars. They're coming out really positive as far as 4-inch stuff for the trucks and cars, stuff like that. Generally, a gain of 5 to 8% is very realistic and easily attainable. On the race cars, basically what you're going to do is you're going to get a torque increase, and then, as far as horsepower, you'll end up getting the true horsepower that the engine makes.
Stay tuned at the end of the program. We'll give you complete contact information for Flowmaster Exhaust.
It's finals time, and Rick, week after week, one of these guys is always going to be in the finals, it seems. Ramunition, Raminator, go figure.
Well, they're teammates. This time they're paired with each other. The red Raminator with no front end and the black Ramunition of Jeremy Dishman, both with 565 cubic inch Hemis. They're both identically prepared. That's why we have to run it, because we look at all the numbers, they're going to be just about the same. They're tied basically in the points chase. One of them is really going to move up after this event.
And I can't really tell which one it was, but the figures show it is Raminator.
We're going to have to take a couple more looks at that one. I am not so sure. Here we go. Raminator right side, Ramunition left side. They look even right now. They're both up. Raminator a little bit straighter. I couldn't even begin to tell from this one. Maybe we'll see a replay from the side, Claude.
That was so close, Rick. And I've asked the drivers, when they're driving, they don't really know which one won it. Can you tell?
By a portion of a tire, we can't say a nose because Raminator doesn't have a nose on there.
Your brother said before the finals that there was going to be a Dodge that won. It looked like a pretty good race.
Oh, it was a great race. Jeremy and I have been kind of trading him back and forth there, and he's good. He's been around us for about 3 years now, I guess, and he must be paying attention to what's going on because he's running strong. But, I like to say, anytime we can get them big Dodges in the final, we're going to win anyway. So, and then it's kind of cool racing your teammate because we don't have, team orders and all that kind of stuff, and we just race them heads up. So that's cool. That's what the fans want to see, and that's what Dodge pays for, some good racing. So we definitely want to do that, and it's cool, and you can put them both in victory lane, so to speak.
Well, it'll give you something to talk about during those end-of-season banquets, hey, remember when I raced you that way? And you don't get that opportunity. The truck has really been running very, very well. It seems like everything's just right and tight. After the flip earlier, everything okay?
Yeah, we tore up the hood there a little bit, and like I say, the guys did a great job back there, kind of working and making sure everything was good to go and patching it back together. So they did a good job, the whole team. It's I'm the guy that gets to come over here and do the interviews, and that's pretty cool and all, but it's definitely a team effort, and without those guys, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you. So that's neat.
Yep, well, congratulations. I tell you, it's really been a good effort at Bloomsburg, and, you got to love it when you can come out on top, but the guy in second place is a guy you know pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really, really cool. So, I don't know how many years we've been coming here, like 15 or something, but it's been great. We've had a lot of good memories here and some good racing, and can't wait for next year, but first we got to get tomorrow done, so hopefully we'll do it again.
And now our congratulations go out from the booth to Mark Hall and the entire team. Well, all day, Rick, we've been talking about points. Look what happened today. Jeremy Dishman is tied with Alan Pizzo. And you know what it's time for now.
It must be freestyle time. Jim Leahy and the broker. Freestyle, they get to come out, have fun, just try and excite the crowd. And that's the only way you know who wins. It's for crowd noise, so you put on the show. Jumping right into a wheelie. The broker looking strong. Can we go up in the air one more time? Clearing the jump, spinning the tires. And the drivers have more fun with this than anything else they do.
They really do, Rick. What's that red underneath in the back?
That is the rotor for the rear drive shaft. When you step on that, you don't have brakes on each of those two wheels. You have one to the rear drive shaft, and that was the rotor. He was on the brake and up. It was bright red. Here comes the Predator way up in the air with that jump. And, well, there used to be a tailgate. Now it's gone.
There goes that. Alan Pizzo, a crowd favorite in freestyle and drag racing. Crowd's gotta love him.
Here's a guy that's tied for first, and he still doesn't even take it easy. Freestyle, he never babies it. He has fun. The crowd loves it. I think he does too.
And we've brought this out before, Rick. I asked one of the drivers, can you really hear the crowd out there? And everyone I've talked to about that have said, yes, we can, and we live for that.
Speaking of guys that live for that, here's Michael Vaughters in the Black Stallion. The Wild Man loves the freestyle. Hopping, jumping, spinning the tires. He puts on a show. What has he got now? Gets up there. He's going to try and... Oh, look at that. Spinning, throwing dirt all over them. Good-looking machine. A lot of fun.
Certainly is. Michael Vaughters always pretty aggressive when it comes to freestyle. A little stop right there as he takes it up on 3 wheels. And if you would like more information on monster trucks or anything that you have seen on today's program, log on to these websites. And we certainly want you to join us next week on World of Trucks. We're back at Bloomsburg, the Burnout Contest, and also Show and Shine, and that will mean a lot of gorgeous trucks. And that'll put a wrap on today's program. For Rick Carlson and Doc Riley, Claude Wood, keep on trucking. Truck Thunder Drag Series. Who will emerge victorious? We'll show you next.